Greetings, humans. Welcome. How are we? It is Sunday. Are we ready to die tragically in an escape room? I do hope so. It is Sunday. It is time for chaos. Usually when I'm around, it's time for chaos, to be fair. I'm not fussy. This sort of chaos doesn't have to just come on a Sunday, but here we are, nevertheless. So, greetings, Skip. Hello, Laura. Hello, Josh. Josh. Zula was very disconcerted that you weren't on our live yesterday. We presumed you must be dead. It has happened so few times, Josh. It was terrifying. Hello, Fort Worth Roots. That's one of those usernames where I know what each of the words mean, but you put them all together like that and I have no clue. Hello, Chloe. Welcome. Oh, Josh, you don't need to explain. It was just, this is how big a part of the lives you are. That we miss you, Josh. Skip. Oh, it's your friend. It's a podcast. Oh, so Fort Worth, the place Fort Worth. Right. Okay. Philip, you're not here. Wonderful. Hola, Emma. Yes, the human has the fan on. It is very warm here, but it does make my floof move majestically. I love the feel of the air in my floof. Probably best not to overthink that and just move on. Right. Hello, Ruth. Yes. Oh, hello, Sock Monkey. Laura, you're here for Persephone, I know, aren't we all? Chloe, reminder, for all you lovely subs, it is the sub only live this time tomorrow, and you've already chosen the human to host. The human isn't at all disconcerted as what you're going to peer pressure her into during the live. She's sure it's going to be absolutely fine. Hello, Nikki, you're back. I know, Skip, we just need a little bit of smoke rolling through, don't we? And I'll knock out a power ballad. Nikki, you want me? That's nice. No, Nikki, it's not so that you won't be there. It's just that when people subscribe, they need to get something to earn it. So technically, if you're not a subscriber, you can watch, but I think TikTok kicks you off after about 60 seconds. Yeah. Chloe, is the human drinking? Oh, Chloe, don't you worry. You will never drink alone. You'll never drink alone. Seriously, we haven't had that much. But sometimes the music just gets you. Hello, Kimberly. It's just a little drop of beer. Just a little drip of beer. It's not wee Anachronista. It's it is pale ale. So there we go. Looks the same coming out as going in. Yes. So one has to keep things moist. I feel like I had a stronger sentence in my head than that, and it just came out slightly weird and creepy. But I think that's what we're here for. Weird and creepy is very much the tone. Not pale enough. Might be an infection. Thank you for your expertise, Laura. Oh, Chloe, have a whiskey or an ale? You know what, Chloe? Why not have both? You know, a beer and a chaser. Yeah. Keep things lubricated. Yes, Laura. That's so much better. Oh, we don't want a soggy bottom. No soggy bottoms here. We might need to start looking into adult nappies, though. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if we ever did, like I know Josh says from time to time, a 24-hour live, could you live with yourselves knowing that that was going on? That would be terrifying, wouldn't it? Oh, Chloe, what's first though? Oh, Chloe, I'm so sorry. I clearly lacked your scale there. Like, I thought you were going to only pick one, not just the one to begin with. Pale ale, yes. Anachronista, you and Skip have been talking about me. Oh, nothing good, I hope. Yes, Emma, if there was an odd echoing to the sound, then that's where you'd know the human was. Although, is it really sanitary to have, us in the toilet with her? I wouldn't want to be. Oh, something is just... What's that in the corner of my screen? It's just popped up. Is it like a clipboard? Oh, that's your... Oh, right. Okay, that's where the polls are now. Okay, right. Okay, it's fine. It's honestly, I have used this app before. Anachronista, the likelihood of me killing you in your sleep. Well, I mean, it's a nice way to go, Anachronista, but you wouldn't want to be in pain, would you? You wouldn't want it to hurt you. I couldn't do that, could I? No. Best it's in your sleep. Yes. Hello, Denise. Windswept and interesting. Oh, those could be my middle names, couldn't they? Yes, it's quite warm here. It's unusually warm. And we know how fucking grumpy the human gets when she's a bit warm. So we have the fan on. No, Josh, that was not confirmation. Until we are all prepared to join the human in the toilet. No, I'm sorry. Maybe... I mean, never say never. But for now, Josh, you can keep dreaming. Oh, people have gone whiskey and Dr. Pepper. Away you go then, Chloe. Life is pain. Anyone who says something different is selling something. Oh, Skip, how philosophical. I do feel like I'm a model. Oh, it's nice if I do it that way. If I do it that way, I feel scared. I'm not sure. Anyway. What? Josh, you always dream about me and Zula? I don't think I want to know about your dreams. I'm disturbed. I mean, yes, I am disturbed, but, more so. Cream soda, Dr. Pepper. Blech. 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 Anyway, good luck with that, Chloe. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning. I could have pre-recorded clips to play. Or ask Papa Human. Oh, we're definitely not going to do that. There's the definite no to option B, Anachronista. Thank you. Pre-recorded clips. Well, then that's a level of planning that the human really struggles with. As you probably know if you've been around for any length of time, planning isn't really the human's thing. But you like the humans, Dad? I know. And I like drinking the blood of my enemies, but it is a little more difficult than it initially sounds. Yes. What are we trying to figure out, Yvonne? We're... Like an idiot, when will I learn not to mention this? Like an idiot, I mentioned a 24-hour live in reference to human nappies, and now it's gathered a little bit of speed, and it's a little disconcerting, Yvonne. The gang could do it in shifts. Why, thanks, Laura. That's so much easier now. Yes. Oh, good, Chloe. You're. I'm glad you're feeling the relief. Philip Zulu was a KFC worker. Well, never say never. If the whole internet stardom thing doesn't work, it's nice to know Zulu's got a backup plan. I don't think they'd find it funny. Oh, Denise, thank you. And off it went. Yeah. You don't just like the humans, Dad. We love the humans, Dad. That's terrifying. Hello, Mr. Werewolf Dude. You want a hug? Oh, go on then. Go on then. I'm too good to you. Oh, the fan keeps blowing my fur in my mouth. Yvonne, why would I do that? I know, a moment of complete insanity. Oh, hello, Jimmy. Have we done Carry On Carl yet? Not yet. Not yet. Gets increasingly closer, but not yet. Zulu's more a McDonald's kind of alien, maybe. Maybe the human's father could do a 24-hour live now. Ever since this happened, the human's niece and nephew have been encouraging the human's father to start his own account and therefore bring about complete world domination in a way that Zula has apparently not been able to do yet. So we really don't need any of that kind of talk. Thank you. Greetings to Miss... I'm not even going to try and say that. Woo! Ruth, thank you for the lightning. I should have gone, woo! Like that, shouldn't I? Next time. Nikki, you want Grop? Who the fuck is Grop? Anyway... hush now, Chloe, don't give away my plans. Miss Canutty? Let's call you that. I'm very Beyonce. Put your hands up. Do. Anyway, I'm really not going to get... Let's not get drawn into possible thing. I feel a little bit more like, take my breath away. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. Anyway, Yvonne, maybe a 12-hour? Yvonne, I thought you were on my side. Maybe 12-hour. Oh, well, that would be fine then, wouldn't it? We could duet one another. Oh, Anacris, no, this does not need stoking, thank you. Hello, Kaluna, what have you missed? You have missed discussion of a 24-hour live, which Yvonne has very thoughtfully mediated into a 12-hour live. There's been much discussion of toilet breaks and how the time would change. Now, please, let's not scare the human with this. Oh, Skip sent you greetings, Miss Knutty. Will I ever tire of saying that? I don't think so. Jimmy, have I ever had an altercation with Mr. Punch? No. I tell you what, though, that fucking crocodile, very strange. Yes. Hello, Eamon, you look good in Ray-Bans. Okay. Anachronistic, you don't, is the short answer. You do not consult with our father. Oh, thank you for my dragon's egg, Miss Knutty. Chloe, we could get it done in 10 minutes, couldn't we, on a Sunday? Just you and me. It'd be boring. Nikki, why are you shouting toothpaste? That is really scary. Skip won't say your name. I can't imagine why, miss. I can't imagine. Oh dear, Nikki, Mr. Punch did things to you. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is baby shame all over again, isn't it? You know, Nikki, every so often you say this, and I'm really concerned whether whether I should be making fun of this or whether I should be offering serious support. Should I be directing you to serious services to help you with your trauma? I don't know. Ah. Whoa. Ow. I tried, Chloe. Thank you, I tried. Oh, hello, Demi. Hello. Welcome back. Yvonne, 24 hours is really long. You're absolutely right, Yvonne. That's why I wasn't going to do it. 12 hours seems pretty long when you're doing this much talking, to be fair. To be fair, an hour and a half is pretty long. Just saying. Josh, we should do a real-life escape room, all of us, in one room. Laura, you're with Chloe. We'll mute everyone else. I presume that's it. Is the toothpaste Colgate? For the last time, Nikki, I'm not in Colgate. Or Aquafresh. Or Sensodyne. Okay? Jimmy, what you do with your sausages is fine, but I don't need to know about it. Nikki, you see things, don't you all? Yvonne, you think we're all trauma bonding? I think you're right. Oh, Ruth, thank you for my hot hands. Hot hands. Anyway, farewell for now, Miss Nutty. Oh, Debbie, you're using one of those posh fonts. I'm old. I've really got to squint at this. I am having a lovely day, thank you. Or Corsadil, Anachronista. Right, as Mr. Werewolf Dude has given the prompt, where do we wake up today? Shall we see? Not hot hands, heart hands, Nikki, heart hands. Oh, hello, Unorthodox. Yo, to you too. It sounds like I'm in pain. I know. Oh, Kaluna, you got a little overexcited, did you? You dreamt that you did a real-life scavenger hunt. I think it's wonderful that I have such an effect on everybody that I even penetrate your dreams. My control is complete. Mutu, hello. It's very warm here. That's why I look... I'm going to do it again. Take my breath away. Oh, Laura, not our own fluids, please. Anachronista and Nikki Watt. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. I will be asking later what stickers we want. I think that would be appropriate. Do you know what? It's funny because there's no Paula, as she said yesterday, and I've always thought it's her that slows me down and keeps me off track. But it looks like I'm wrong. Who am I going to blame now? I think I'll blame Nikki. Right, so... Unorthodox, you ate cockroaches. Is that all? Were they nice? Caramel centre. Yes. There's real cockroaches are like that, you know. Don't eat cockroaches. I don't want to be held responsible. I don't want to be in one of those news reports. TikToker encourages people to eat cockroaches because they have a caramel centre. I'll move on. Oh, Emma, at least that's what I want you to think. I want you to think that you don't dream so I don't control you. Can you be sure? Maybe I just make you forget the dreams. Yeah. You're mine, bitch. Oh, Mutu, it's almost 4 degrees. Yvonne, you know perfectly well that if I'd thrown Paula under the bus when she was here, she would absolutely bloody love it. Exactly, Unorthodox. Look at me. Just look at me. Straight in the eyes. Yeah, that's where the good stuff is. Yeah, you know it. Right. So, Jimmy, eat wood lice, easy to catch. Oh, but you have to have 3 times as many, though. Right. So, Laura, you drive the bus. So, everybody, now that we have established that you cannot be free of me even in your dreams or your bleakest nightmares, shall we begin our escape room? So for those of you who have not experienced one of these before, we call it an escape room, but the people's lack of will to actually escape is quite terrifying. If we didn't escape, I think it would be like just a room full of people randomly licking walls and playing with whatever items they found. So, Nikki the human's name isn't Ashley. Well, it is a doom room because we are indeed all doomed. That is correct, Chloe. That is correct, Yvonne. We are doomed. So, if everybody's ready, let's see where we wake up now. You wake to find yourself laying in a small, snug space. It's not exactly comfortable, but it's nicer than most places you've woken up. You try to stretch out, but you can't. You realize you're enclosed by 4 tight-fitting walls. You suddenly panic that you're in a coffin and leap out as quick as you can. As you stand and look around, you realize it wasn't a coffin at all, but a minecart. You jump out the cart and look around. You're surrounded by roughly hewn walls carved out of the landscape itself. Your footsteps echo eerily as you explore the immediate vicinity. There isn't much to see. There's a door marked explosives, but it's locked with a combination padlock. You'll need a 4-digit code to open it. You also see a space desk pushed against the wall. Other than that, there are 2 passages leading away, one path to the left and one path to the right. So with the door to the explosives locked, that means your choices are the space desk, the path to the left, or the path to the right. So, desk left or right? Everybody, that is your first choice. Desk left, right. Desk left, right. Classic choice. Do you know what? In the corner of my screen with TikTok keeps saying, is the 10,000 member challenge? And I'm like, yeah, 10,000. How many have I got? 37. TikTok, I don't think I'm going to be troubling you for that particular crown. So, Jimmy, you've woken up in Peterborough. It's got to be better than that. Yeah. Yvonne, don't lick the wallpaper. Oh, I know, Demi. No coffin. Oh. Josh, it's a bit early for the code. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's a bit early. Is either uphill? No. Everywhere is flat. Yeah. Laura, you've decided we need to stop falling asleep. I think it's much worse than that. Right, it looks like Space Desk has won. No, Jimmy, violate is the wrong word. You investigate, you explore. Exactly, Chloe. Just like in classic video games. That hurts a bit, doesn't it, human? What you consider a video game, Chloe considers a classic video game. Just because you know the code doesn't mean you can use it. You have to go all around the houses. You have to go and talk to the blacksmith. And then you have to go and collect his iron ore. And then you try and do that. And then that's when you run into the apothecary. And the apothecary wants a little herb. So you have to go and do that. And then, even though you knew what the code was, then you can finally go and use it. That. It's like every game ever. Mutilate, Kaluna, you think mutilate is more appropriate? Probably. Who says there's reading material at the desk, Laura? You might be wrong. Yeah? Right, anyway, it was just a minor rant. Not particularly about video games, classic or otherwise. More about age, I think. Should we just move on? Let's move on. So, Space Desk. You decide to take a closer look at the Space Desk. At first glance, the Space Space Desk seems a beautiful example of craftsmanship. However, as you try to look in the drawers, you realize it's nothing but a cheap knockoff. You try and pull the first drawer open, but it's stuck, as is the second drawer and the third. You check for keyholes, but quickly realise they're definitely not locked. It's just really badly made. You tug at the drawers and the whole desk seems to move. Frustrated by the shoddy workmanship so early on in the escape, you wonder if there's a tool somewhere that can help you. But you also wonder if you just need to use some brute strength. Either way, you can't help but feel they should have just paid out for a proper space desk and not this cheap knockoff. Mr. Welldew, the human is indeed only 25 to 30. Indeed. Yvonne, sometimes the code changes, sometimes it does. Just saying, you can't trust it. Jimmy, too much information. Mutu, you want to use brute force? Chloe says, smash the fake! Demi says, I can't. Strength check? Basically, you want to smash it, right? The human is 20. Josh. It's a little unrealistic now. I mean, I know it's flattering, but let's not insult ourselves, shall we? Laura, you're going to let Mr. Werewolf do it, Kaluna? Bruce, maybe there's not going to be an edition of Space Test Monthly in there. Anachronista, most of us are a bit older than that. No, not that sort of wind, Jimmy. I know, Emma. It's like the lowest standard, isn't it? Better quality stuff where you've been abducted. Laura, don't hold back. Nikki is being young an insult. I don't think so, is it? I'm not sure. I mean, if you say it right, lots of things are insults. To be fair, Mutu, I think between most of us there is about a few year gap, and we're all sort of in there somewhere. Anachronist, I just blew in from the Windy City. Now I feel everybody's outing themselves for their age now. I mean, by all means, go ahead. Demi, you're a positively baby. Space Desk is the Rolex of desks. Absolutely. That's why you get a Space Desk Monthly. You wouldn't get that about a little crappy little IKEA thing, would you? Yes. Nikki, you're not 28. Are you? Ruth, 20 with 20 years experience. Yes. Right, Human's going to take a sip. Right. Oh my goodness, I think Yvonne and Laura are having an age off. My goodness. Jimmy, don't worry. The name change happened quite a while ago. You have a username and then you have a nickname as well. But it's okay. We know who you are. You left a scar. Thank you for the sip music, Cluna and Anachronista. Right, so everybody, right, if we're up to date, we're gonna Yvonne, you saw the moon landing. You wouldn't remember it in 6 months though, would you? I mean, I'm not diminishing the brag. Or am I? It sounds like I am. I am, aren't I? Do you know what? I'm just going to shut up and Nikki, you're the human's age. Oh, well, then you are 28. Anyway, should we try some brute strength on the space desk? And then if anybody else wants to confess how old they are, we can. Oh, Ruth, that is some terrifying imagery. Zelo's bumhole and noodles is not something I want to think about. An Austin Allegro, Jimmy, really. So, we're going to try some brute strength. You gather your strength drawing upon all the frustration you've ever felt in any of these escape rooms, and with a massive heave you pull the space desk away from the wall and toss it onto the floor. The poorly made space desk splinters into pieces. You break them apart to search the contents of the drawers for anything useful. The first thing you find is a penknife. You know it's going to come in handy, so you pop it in your pocket. But with disappointment you discover that the only other things in the desk seem to be maps of excavations in the nearby passages. You open out a map dated about a year ago. It has a report attached explaining about possible opportunities to extend the mine. One route mentions the possibility of extending a mine shaft past a previous cave-in. It warns that it's not without risk, but modern mining methods could mean that it could be explored without further loss of life. This is all a bit wordy, isn't it, human? You know that people aren't going to remember this, right? The other possible extension it discusses is a point where a previous mine shaft became flooded. Again, it doesn't seem an entirely safe option, but the reports suggest that if water could get in, then there's something worth pursuing beyond the wall. You discard the map and the report. Neither seem conclusive, and that means it's definitely not helpful. Now, if anyone was paying any attention to any of that information, well done. So, right. No magazine, I know, Clue. I did try and warn everybody. We can't have people... I can't always give you what you want. Chloe, you're shitting me? You're... Oh, I see what you mean. You've got a 19 on there. No, but... because of the year you were born, of course. Okay. Jimmy, behave. Wow, Muta, you're really preparing yourself. It's not Halloween yet, though. So, 2 roots, got it. Kaluna, I think you're the only one who has. And no paper clips either. I know, Yvonne. I know. There should have been a knockoff Space Desk Monthly, shouldn't there? Demi, I would like to read what you're saying, but I'm really struggling to read that font, I'm afraid. Please don't think I'm ignoring you. It's just that my poor eyes can't do it. Mutu, you were paying attention, but you've forgotten already. I know, same, and I wrote it, so all is forgiven. Nikki, who is Jimmy? Jimmy is one of you lot. Why are you asking who he is? Nikki, you're going to give him an existential crisis. What do you want him to say? Do you want his star sign? Dental records? I don't know what you want. Demi, that's better. Thank you. Oh, excellent. See, my poor old eyes can read that now. Lovely. No, Cluna, I didn't either. Well, I mean, I don't know how. Laura, we haven't found the flooded tunnel yet, and we certainly don't have any scuba gear. So, yeah. Just the same day Scooby-Doo first aired. What? Interesting little nugget. Hello, wandering plantsman. Yes. I'm about to sing a power ballad. No, I'm not. Right. Yes, right. Ruth, you're saying we've got to go left. Okay, we'll go left. We'll look down the left path. Jimmy, don't say things like that. Nikki won't. I don't think she'll get it. Yvonne, I agree. Take the water tunnel and an inner tube. Human, we should have done that. Oh well, who knows? Another way to die, maybe. Right, anyway. Laura, you did not bring scuba gear with you just in case. Hello, Stacey. Hello. Kaluna, you're as old as Jaws. You both premiered the same summer. I think the human might have been broken at you calling it a premiere. Oh, I never want to refer to a date of birth ever again. I want it to be, when did you premiere? That has really tickled the human. Laura, you're right, I don't have proof. Yvonne? Yeah, sure. We're not using a minecart, basically. So, Demi Hocus Pocus and Night Before Christmas. That's young. That's very young, isn't it? I don't know what human is. I don't know, there's probably no famous films that whole year or something. Anyway, right, human, get it together. Get it together. Nikki, what won't you get? Lots of things. Laura, you're older than Star Wars. Yeah, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Nikki, don't worry about it. Emma, your blazing saddles, nice. Yvonne, I don't think they'd like that. Referring to our mothers as marquise. Yeah, okay, Chloe, you're the same age as Pokemon, also left tunnel. Anyway, Mr. Werewolf Dude, that's nice. Star Wars and the Last Execution in France. Okay, right. So, left tunnel. Okay, Kaluna. Actually, Kaluna, it's your fault. It's your fault we got a little waylaid there. My premiere. Oh, Anachronista, have you just Googled that, or did you know that off the top of your head? Because I feel like the human's going to be Googling after this, and she's going to find absolutely nothing of any importance or interest. Yes, Clooney, you are guilty. See, I know, Yvonne. We don't need Paula at all, do we? Yeah. Chloe, I'm staring at you. Is that stickers on your Switch? You've got me? My face? Lovely. I'm always watching. Anyway, you decide to explore the path to the left. You don't have to go far before you reach a dead end. You also notice that the floor feels damp. You're not sure that's a good thing. But you also notice a trapdoor set into the floor, but it's padlocked. You'll need a key to open it. And next to the trapdoor is a large taxidermy bear. It's beautiful, of course, but you want to know how on earth it got down here. Nikki, you need the fan as well. I know, it is very warm, isn't it? Yes, Yvonne, Paula does have her uses, doesn't she? Random taste test. Yes, and if you too would like a sticker of me to stare at you for all eternity, even when I'm not on air, you will find them in the merch store. Links in profile. Thank you, Chloe. Which I should probably mention as well, if you're in the UK, free postage on the t-shirts ends at midnight. And again, all the designs will be finishing at the end of September. I think that's it. Right, yes, we found bear. Anachronist, you're as old as the first version of Microsoft Excel. Do you know what? I think these are great. The next time anybody asks for anyone's age, not only should we refer to it as when we premiered, but we should give them slightly cryptic responses like this. Like Mr. Werewolf Dude can say, I'm as old as the last execution in France. And Anachronist, you can say, I'm as old as the first version of Microsoft Excel. I like that. I like that a lot. So it looks like we're going to be looking at Bear now, I suppose. I know Yvonne, she gets everywhere, doesn't she? Jimmy, contain yourself. Mutu, that's excellent logic. Laura, I'm a little bit concerned about how you just keep saying, Mr. Werewolf Dude, smash. Hello, Fox family. Are you drunk or am I drunk? Who knows? Oh, Anachronista, wouldn't that be great? Oh, we should totally do... Oh, Human, we should totally do a video about what questions we need to ask on the next census. Oh, Human, don't forget that. That would be great. Right. Kaluna, you typed Jennifer in the bear emoji. See? We've become part of your lives now. There's no escape. Yvonne, don't worry about Jimmy. Let him... So, yes, Bear. We were going to do Bear. You decide to take a closer look at Bear. Dear Bear. It's dusty and covered in bits of rubble, but it's very well made. You wonder if it's withstood a lot of explosions down here, but it survived so very well. So well that you're going to need a tool to help you open it. Anachronist, are you asking me Tipo smash or pass? I'm going to seek legal counsel before I make any rash answers. Mutu, you have got your pointy bit of desk. However, as Kaluna points out, we have got a penknife. Yeah, we could just use that. I know it's less exciting. I know it's pretty boring. But I tell you what, Mutu, you have a go with your wood, and then if that doesn't work, we'll use the penknife. Yeah. Anyway, let's do that. You open the penknife that you found in the knockoff space desk and carefully slice Bear open. Within moments you discover a very handy box of matches. You put them in your pocket and thank Bear. That was simple, wasn't it? It's not usually so simple, is it? I'm being good to you this week. I was going to say this year. I mean, steady on. The day's not over. Chloe, one day we're going to do it without Carl and Jennifer and people will write. Do you know what, Chloe? One day the Human is just going to forget. One day the Human is just going to be like, boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Oh, wow, I finished the escape room in extra quick time. And there's going to be no Bear, no dead Carl, no Noodles, probably no Persephone. Seriously. Mark my words, it's going to happen. So, Mutu, matches and what? We found matches in Bear and we still have the penknife. Hello, Gabriel? Okay. So, can we do it on the... Chloe, you particularly want to sow destruction? Chloe, I might not survive it. An escape room with no dead Carl. Seriously. And do you know what? I don't think there's ever been an escape room that doesn't have Bear. That would be worth checking, wouldn't it, Human? Maybe the universe would end. Beth, Greetings, you are super late, but you know what? I'm in a very forgiving mood. Oh, thank you for my dragon egg. They look a bit spiky, don't they? Makes me wince a bit, you know. You think it should be April Fool's Day? Yes, Yvonne, yes. Who's Persephone? Persephone is the Fucktopus Anachronista. That's her official name. Right, okay, yes, tunnel, okay. Right, we've got the right path to do, haven't we? Chloe, I tell you what, is that actually a Sunday, your birthday? Is it? Because if it is, message the human with wherever you'd like your escape room set as well. And there we go, that will be that. Yeah. Does that make sense? Did that come out as a full sentence? I don't know. Okay, Chloe, okay. Human, how fucking dare you? Not that Chloe holds a grudge, clearly. Thank goodness you're so forgiving, Chloe. It's on the Monday. Okay, Chloe. You message the human with your special considerations that you would like for your escape room. How about that? So you can pick where it is, and if you really, really insist that there's not going to be a dead Carl, then I will not be held responsible. Yeah, do as you will, Chloe. Do your worst. Nikki, it's your birthday today. Is it, Nikki? Is it really? Or are you fucking with me? Oh, Teos. Hello, Teos. Welcome. We're nowhere near the end of the escape room yet. Wasn't Persephone the goddess of the end? Yes, Mutu, she was. Now, I did not name the Fucktopus Persephone. Laura named the Fucktopus Persephone for reasons best known only to her. Hello, Joseph. It's your birthday today and tomorrow. I could make a mean joke about that, but I won't. And after your birthday is a Saturday. That's just delightfully vague. Emma, I know. What will everybody eat when there's no dead Carl? We'll have to find something else. Jimmy, behave. Why, Nikki? Why does she get this? Did she do something? Nikki, Chloe has been one of my mods for a really long time. So yeah, she gets a little special thing. But Nikki, if it really is your birthday, I will sing happy birthday just for you, Nikki, right now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, darling Nikki. Happy birthday to you. There we go, Nikki. How's that? How's that for you? Next to one day you should do the escape room. Now that would be interesting. Mr. Werewolf, can we please check the tunnel now? I know, Kaluna, you're going to have very damp feet, aren't you? Very damp feet. Laura, like you have any idea? Do you at least remember? Do you at least remember naming it Persephone? Is it just the first thing that came to mind? I don't know. Anachronista, I feel like you're still talking in riddles. Your Saturday birthday is Holocaust Memorial Day. Human, we're gonna have some very, very curious Google searches after this, aren't we? Yes, Laura, darling Nikki. Yes, there we go. So, oh, Nikki. Nikki, you'll fucking pay for that. You know that, right? Right? Right. Oh, Josh, that's very kind. If there's no dead Carl, we can eat you. Yes. Nikki, I really don't know everything about you, but I did feel like it was probably bullshit. But then I feel that with so much of what you say, Nikki, that eventually I have to be wrong about something. Yvonne, we're never getting out of this tunnel. I know. Shall we have a look down the right tunnel? Okay. You decide to investigate the path to the right, but the passageway is dark. It's very hard to see, but you do notice a couple of old lanterns hanging from the wall. You think if you could find a way to light them, you'd be able to explore this passageway more easily. There is, however, one familiar thing you don't need a lantern to see. You know a corpse when you see one. It looks like some poor miner didn't survive a cave-in. So, there we go. That's the tunnel. Oh, fuck me. Jimmy, it's not your birthday. It can't be everyone's fucking birthday today. Come on. Come on. Stop. You're all fucking with me. Right, Human's going to take a sip. And then Kaluna says matches and munch. Do you know what, Laura? It's not Paula, but I totally should have dropped Paula into this week, shouldn't I? Right, Human's going to take a sip. Thank you very much for the sip music. So we have a choice. We can light the lanterns, and a very merry unbirthday to everybody whose birthday it is not. You don't get a song from me. So do we want to do the lanterns or the corpse? I know, Emma. What on earth are we going to do? We'll have to have dead Carl. If indeed it is dead Carl, we'll have to have him au natural. Jimmy, it's on National Talk Like a Pirate Day. Oh, so that's only a couple of weeks away, isn't it? A week? Or maybe 2? I don't know. But it's close, isn't it? Don't ask me how I know that. Ye scurvy dogs. Right. Not do like that, Mutu. Really. I mean, that's just lowering the tone. Tails, an unbirthday should be like for when you die. Was it like? Wasn't that just like a death day? Dead Carl has a death day. Oh, Laura, September 19th. How Talk Like a Pirate Day. Yeah, not far off. Oh, Yvonne, I see why you've been quiet now. You've been Googling Persephone, haven't you? Oh, Denise, thank you for my goose. Goose. Anyway, no, Mutu, fair enough. So we want to do the corpse. Oh dear, Chloe's been plotting, hasn't she? Human will look at that later, Chloe. We'll do the corpse. We'll do the corpse. Jimmy, I'm not sure it works like that. So you decide to investigate the corpse. Half crushed under several tons of rock, it looks as though they tried to get away, but got caught in the cave-in. Poor Carl, poor dead Carl, poor tasty dead Carl. He really can't catch a break. But his tragedy is your snack time. Sadly, quite a lot of him is trapped under rock, so you have to make do with most of his torso. As you gnaw on a finger or two, you check his pockets. You find a slip of paper. You open it out to see it has 2 numbers written on it. A 6 and a 9. Dead Carl is both tasty and fun. Better than any Kinder Egg you've ever had. So, what? Who? What? Someone subbed while I was reading. Oh, I see Yvonne just typing slowly. Who's? Oh, Josh, you've subbed. Welcome, Josh. Now, now the goal was indeed doing impressions of the gang. So, should we finish the escape room and then I'll just do impressions of everyone? Okay. Right. So, right, match. Okay, Kaluna. So we've done Dead Carl. We've got half a code. I have to do impressions of the gang in a minute. Chloe, you need a reaction video. Steady on now. Oh, Tails. Dead Carl sushi. Oh. Right, let's escape first. Look, Laura, you want an impression of you? Laura, don't tempt me. I believe the pledge was for an impression of the gang. Maybe we'll do another one. I'll start doing impressions of you. Anyway, maybe that'll be our next goal. Right. I'm not sure Zula would try to be kind in Acronista. I think they'd be mean. Laura, I'd have to get a guinea pig. At the very least. Right, let's light the lanterns. So, you take out the message. You take out the matches you found in Bear and strike one. You hold it up to the lantern, ready to light it. But as you do, apparently from nowhere, a snake suddenly appears out of the darkness, slithering along the floor towards you. In shock, you leap away, accidentally dropping the lit match straight on top of the snake. You watch as it very quickly burns to death. You do feel kind of bad, but the snake looked like a bit of a dick to you, so you suppose it probably deserved it. Certain that the snake is dead, you strike another match and light the lantern. In the dim light, you notice that something is glistening amongst the snake's remains. You reach down and find a small key. You then light another lantern and another until the space in front of you is perfectly illuminated. You can see clearly that this mine shaft has had a massive cave-in. I know, Emma, what we lacked in Dead Carl we make up in crispy fried noodles. So, oh hello Sondra, yes it's me, your favourite. You missed Zula yesterday. Snake oil is not a thing in this world, Teos, but I mean it sounds like it's about to be. No, Sock Monkey, no justice for noodles, no. What kind of mine is this, Yvonne? Gold, coal? Yes, definitely one of those. So Cluna, pick up the key. Laura, key to the trapdoor, or maybe. Teos, so how are the snakes so flammable? Really, Teos? Really? That's the thing that bothers you about this? Seriously? All of the weird shit? From the ghost goats to the fucktopus? That's what bothers you? Why is Noodles so flammable? Noodles has a diet high in nuts. How about that? Not those sorts of nuts. Right. Nagris, you found some platinum. Oh, I hope you survived to make use of it. Hello, Twisted Takeout. Hello, hello. Is there anything else in the tunnel? No. It's the only thing that doesn't make sense. Seriously, Taos? Seriously? Laura, why have you just randomly said night soil? Again? Oh, hello, Max. Teos, literally the only thing. Okay, Teos. Okay, like I said, Noodles has a diet very high in oily nuts, and that makes them flammable. Okay? So, no, Laura, you don't need a reason to suddenly declare anything. We're a night soil army now. Spontaneous combustion is a thing. In fact, Mr. Werewolf Dude, when the human was very little, she read about it in a book, and it continued to freak her out for many years. You know, just this, you just go. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing anyone else can do about it. You just, poof, gone. Yeah. No, it's because they're very oily, Teos, so it's all oily. It's fine. It makes sense. It's not my fault if it's too intellectual for everyone. Anyway, we're going to have a look at the trapdoor because we have a key for it now. So how about we do that? You take the key you found by the cave-in and unlock the padlock on the trapdoor. You pull open the door and stare down. It looks dark and watery. You swing yourself into the hatch and start descending the ladder, but you haven't got very far before you find you're in water up to your ankles and you're nowhere near the bottom. The cavernous space appears to have flooded, but it feels somewhat magical as you watch what little light there is glint off the ripples in the water. Suddenly, you notice you're not alone. A very small creature seems to be moving towards you. The little thing is hanging onto your leg when you realize it's an octopus. Not just an ordinary octopus. This one seems to have a bit of attitude. It's almost like it's sticking its tentacles up at you. Then you notice its beautiful markings, glittering blue rings. You realize that what's actually hanging off your leg isn't a beautiful sea creature. It's very probably what's going to kill you this week. In a panic, you climb out the trapdoor and try to shake it off, eventually kicking your leg and flinging the fucktopus against the mineshaft wall with a squelchy splat. It slowly slides down the wall like a toy from your childhood. You examine it, but it's just a jellified mess now. But in the middle of the mess, you think you see a piece of paper. You almost don't want to rummage amongst the remains of a deadly sea creature, but then you reflect that it's probably already done the worst it can do, and at this point, it might even make a tasty snack. So you grab the soggy piece of paper and open it out to find it has 2 numbers written on it, a 6 and a 9. You pull up your trouser leg and inspect your leg for any possible bite marks. You can't see anything. You shake your head to yourself. Persephone already got you like this once. You wonder if we really run out of story ideas so quickly. So, there we go. We have the whole code now. I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything in the group chat. But you're all just delightfully unhinged, aren't you? So, Yvonne, the ghost goat sticker. Bugger it. So what the human tries to do is she tries to give you your special stickers, and then on a Sunday she gives you back the ones from the past that you might need for the escape room. And now she's mentioned ghost goats, and there was no ghost goat sticker. So I'll don't worry. I'll discipline the human later. Don't you worry. So, Yvonne, underground mine water octopi. Good name for a band. Teos, keep your probing to yourself. So, Yvonne, do we have somewhere to use the code? Yes, we do. We have the explosives door right at the beginning. So, ooh, human pushed the wrong button. So, we're suddenly very close to finishing this. So let's go and use the code. Now in possession of the whole code, you go to the door marked explosives and enter the code in the combination padlock. You push open the door hoping to find high-tech remote plastic explosives. Instead, you find a single box of very old and very volatile-looking dynamite. You still have a few matches in your pocket, and since you haven't found any other way out, you're gonna have to blow your way out. The question is, where do you set the dynamite? Do you set it where the cave-in caused the mine shaft to become a dead end? Maybe you should call it a dead Carl end. But you could risk another cave-in. Or do you use the dynamite in the waterlogged passage with the trapdoor? If water is getting in, surely that means you can get out. Just maybe not alive. Choose. Cave-in or water, those are your options. This is the ending now, people. This is it. This is it. So, I'm going to let the human take a sip while you decide, while you choose your demise, really, let's be honest. Yeah. Mutu, not the waterway. Okay, right, human's going to have a sip. Chloe, don't say things like that. It's only 10 past. We haven't done the endings yet. Teos, you say cave in. You're not a fan of drowning. Okay. Okay, Laura, you're gonna chomp it like a cigar. Okay. It seems that waterlogged has won. Yvonne, yours was saying left or right. Somdra, you don't know what way to go. Right. So, since water seemed to have got the most votes, I will read that option first. So, this is the ending for all of you who decided to use the dynamite where it's waterlogged. You decide to use the dynamite in the passage where the water is. You're not really sure how potent the dynamite is. It looks pretty old and you wonder if it'll even work at all. You use a couple of sticks to wedge open the trapdoor. You light another stick and toss it in that direction before turning and running as fast as you can in the opposite direction. You haven't got very far before there's an ear-shattering explosion and the force of it makes you stumble to the floor. Wondering whether the whole mine is going to cave in on top of you, you finally get to your feet and dust the rubble from your clothes. You cautiously walk back down the passage, pleasantly surprised to see that the dynamite has blown apart the small cavern that was at the bottom of the trapdoor ladder, draining the water away. You slowly clamber down the slope of rubble that the dynamite created. You're not sure that going down is necessarily a good idea, but you think you can hear running water. Surely the water must be heading towards an exit. You hope so. But as you slowly climb down, the loose rubble seems to shift beneath you. You try to stop yourself, but you've gained too much momentum. You're just a passenger now. You try to grab at anything around you to stop yourself sliding, but everything slips from your grasp. Suddenly, you find yourself falling through space. You brace yourself, ready for the bone-shattering crunch that you're sure will follow, only to find that you drop into water. But your relief at water breaking your fall is short-lived when you discover just how cold it is. You gasp at the temperature, taking in lungfuls of water. You try to keep the panic at bay and finally let yourself float on your back as your body becomes accustomed to the cold. Finally acclimatized, you allow yourself to look around the space you find yourself in. Far from finding yourself free, you're in a large underground cavern. You look at the cavern walls. They're sheer. There's nowhere to climb out, nothing to hold on to, and the water's too deep for you to feel the bottom. It slowly dawns on you that your immediate future will be cut short due to one of two options. You could use up all of your energy swimming around the cavern, hoping you'll find an exit, or you could continue to float on your back, waiting for hypothermia to set in. Neither option seems great for you, but you know you've faced worse. You're just wondering which to choose when you notice it's become harder to breathe. You consciously try and force the breath into your lungs, but nothing seems to happen. You're confused when you notice a small creature swimming close to you. It's cream-coloured with curiously bright blue rings. And suddenly it all makes sense. Yes, it looks like we have run out of original ways to kill you this week. And you're dead. There we go, Persephone gotcha. Thought we were going to drown or something, but nope. Persephone did her work. So, Sondra, you came in so late. Does none of this make any sense? So there we go. Persephone's breeding ground, yeah. Oh dear, are we going to have another fucktopus called Hades now or something? Are we? Let's not. There's all sorts of, there's a veritable ocean of octopi this week, isn't there, Yvonne? Eh? Many octopi. We've been in worse situations. Yes, Teos. Teos, you're picking some very funny moments to get all concerned about the realism of this, aren't we? Like Ghost Goat's fine, but now all of a sudden we can't be reincarnated every fucking week to wake up here or there. Don't have a problem about how Dead Carl manages it, how we rip Bear to shreds and yet boom, there they are, beautiful week after week. Honestly. Yes, Jimmy Bourbons will do that to you. Anyway, for everybody who didn't pick a watery grave, who chose to use the dynamite at the cave-in, this is your ending. Buckle up. You decide to use the dynamite in the... By the way, the human quite enjoyed writing this one, so yeah. Apologies, Teos. I will leave the mother goat from my lips. Not like that. You decide to use the dynamite in the passage with the cave-in. You're not really sure how potent the dynamite is. It looks pretty old and you wonder if it'll even work at all. You pack a couple of sticks into the gaps amongst the cave-in before taking a few steps back, lighting a stick and chucking it in that direction. Then you turn and run as fast as you can in the opposite direction. You haven't got very far before there's an ear-shattering explosion. Oh, human, you did something funny with the page. One moment, technical issues. La da 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 da. You haven't got very far before there's an ear-shattering explosion and the force of it makes you stumble to the floor. Wondering whether the whole mine is going to cave in on top of you, you finally get to your feet and dust the rubble from your clothes. You cautiously walk back down the passage, pleasantly surprised to see that the dynamite has not only cleared a path through the cave-in, but that there's already a rough passage that leads beyond it. You carefully squeeze through the gap in the cave-in, taking a lantern with you to light your way down the rough passage. You walk nervously as the walls of the passageway seem to shudder and crumble around you. Every tiny noise makes you nervous, but still you press on. After all, you have very little choice. After walking some way, you finally see a light at the end of the passageway. Spurred on by this, you pick up your pace and begin running towards the light. As you get closer, you realize it's daylight, and the passageway ends, opening out onto the side of a forested hill with a small river running nearby. You toss the lantern back in the passageway and admire your picturesque surroundings. You can't believe you made it. You know you're still a long way from anywhere, but you survived. However, just as you're feeling smug, you hear a growl from behind you. You turn to see the biggest bear you've ever seen in your life, well, that isn't taxidermied, standing over you, and it looks pissed. You quickly try and run through your head all the information you've ever been given about bears, Are you supposed to make yourself look big? Make a noise? Don't make a noise? Run? Don't run? Climb? Don't climb? But it's all pointless. By the time your brain has processed this, the bear has brought down one large claw and taken your head from its shoulders. Your last sensation is of liberating flight. You look down at the bear as it chews the rest of your body. You suppose your consciousness will end by the time your head lands. But for a brief moment, you felt true freedom. So there we go. Human quite liked that ending. Speaks volumes, doesn't it? Eh? Sounds like a very good ending, Sondra. Thank you. I'm not sure singing Barbie Girl helps, Mr. Well. I mean, it might. It couldn't hurt, could it? Could it? I don't know. Right. Oh dear, Kaluna, now we've got to have Karen. Is it like Charon? Do we need more octopuses or octopi? An entirely mythologically themed escape room? Laura, really? Sondra, hush your mouth. Technical errors get to all of us, thank you. You love a good rough passage. Hello, Ferb's brother. We did it. Well, kind of. We sort of did. And then we sort of didn't, but that's great. Do you know what, Tess? Maybe we will spontaneously combust one week. Yeah. Mutu, you can't use your pointy bit of desk. But by the time you've remembered you've got a pointy bit of desk, the bear's already taken your head off. Yeah. Nikki, you missed your death. Yes, you did, but it was glorious. Oh, Kaluna, I know. When I said, is it pissed? Is it like British pissed or is it like US pissed? Is it drunk or angry? Anyway. Josh, I don't think Dead Carl's parents do know where he is. Maybe they're dead too. Maybe we've snacked on them from time to time and not known it. Teos, I feel like singing Bare Necessities would just antagonize it. I'm sure that's what people do all the time. You know, like when someone is very tall, the amount of people who say to them, you're very tall. I mean, it doesn't bother any of us around here, but do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway. Hello, Woodwitch. Welcome. It's the bear from the one about Coke? Yeah. Sondra, you want the story of Zelo? Right, well, actually, Sondra, if you bear with me for a second, I can get you Zelo. So, while I get you Zelo, Sondra, would any of you lovely people like to explain who Zelo is? Because Sondra doesn't know. So, I'm going to just go and grab Zelo. Bear with. I'm back. Whew, I'm back. Yes, human, thank you. Here we are. So, who is Zelo? What is Zelo? Oh, Mr. Welldew, maybe Dead Carl's an orphan. That would explain a lot. Yeah. The human doesn't have a pint of Guinness. The human has a glass of pale ale. So thank you for all the explanations. So what happened, Sondra, is that Zelo is something of a god now. The human attempted to make a Zula plushie. And the fabric that she used stretches one way. So what seemed, I mean, it's very much a recurring theme of the human. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And this is what we ended up with. Zelo does indeed defy explanation. Kaluna, you are right. And this is a cult. So, may I introduce Zelo? There we go. That's Zelo. So now you know. Zelo has been called Zula from Wish. But Zelo is very haunted. You know, you can see they've seen things. You say cute. Teo says horrifying. Chloe wants it. Mr. Werewolf, do you want a hug from Zelo? Don't blame me if you don't wake up in the morning. Mutu Zulu swears that they've never had any work done, honestly. Emma, you want a Zelo? Sometimes reminds you of Care Bear. I'm not sure caring is what it does. More of a fuck off bear. But yes, it also has an absolutely adorable heart on its bottom. Yeah. So, I'm going to let the human take a sip. And yes, because Josh subscribed, the sub goal was that I would do impressions of Zula and Kure and everyone else. So, I'm going to let the human take a sip. And then I will fulfill that before I sign off. Sip, human. Mutu, if you look like Zula, you do that too. Thank you very much for the sip music. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's where the rainbows come from, Sandra. Yeah. Zelo's special little starfish. Zelo is the representation of a new virus. It's the one that's really going to take us out now. Yeah. Jimmy, can I do a Tommy Cooper impression? No. Just like that. That's... I didn't say it was a good impression. Anyway, I promised impressions of the rest of the gang. So, aren't Care Bears technically evil? I don't know, Mr. Werewolf Dude. The human never really took to them. They were a little bit menacing. The way they all get together and they have to gang up. I mean, that's just gang warfare, isn't it? Anyway, I promised impressions, so impressions I will do. I suppose I'd better start with Zula. I'm not very good at doing the gang, really. I don't know how we let this happen. Sandra, I'm very, very pleased that you joined this live so that I could explain it to you. Since we've been talking about it. So, let's do Zula. Zula is very much like, hey everybody, slay! There we go, that's Zula. How's that? Cluna agreed, the Care Bear stare is terrifying. I mean, to be fair, the Zelo stare is less terrifying than all of that shiny things coming out of their bellies nonsense. So there we go. That was Zula. I hope we all heard Zula. I like cheese. Slay, everybody. There we go. That's Zula. Guys, I'm not very good at doing impressions. Okay, so that's Zula. Now we have Kure. I'll do Kure. My goodness, everyone. Can I have a gin? There's Kure. Oh, human's got a few cracks in her now. She's gonna go. Right, next up. It does sound like Lois Griffin. Sandra, she kind of is American-ish. I mean, obviously, it's perfectly reasonable for where she came from, and is exactly the voice of that. But Sandra Zila has a starfish crack, yes. Mr. Werewolf, do you want me to do an impression of me? Well, I'm already doing an impression of me. This is me, and I'm amazing. What's next? She is kind of a Southern belle. The accent does wander a bit, but yeah. Next up, we've got who have we got? We've got Blettin.
Would anyone like some ice cream? I love ice cream. And I love curry.
There we go. That was Blettin. Hello, Apple user. I can't call myself amazing. It's very narcissistic. Not if I am actually amazing, which I think we'll agree I am. I mean, look at me. So then there's Tipo and DC. Thank you. Thank you. See, Emma agrees with me. I am amazing. Blettin does sound like something from Sesame Street. You say spot on, Kaluna. Thank you. A dollar store cookie monster. Isn't that all Blettin is, really? Really? Right, now I've got to do... I can't do Persephone. Oh, Anachronista, don't tell me we've lost you to the Persephone Club as well. Now it's you and Laura. Kure did not walk in, Josh. Right, now there's Tipo. This is difficult because if I'm not careful, Tipo will sound very much like the human. Okay.
All right, everyone. I'm Tipo, and I'm really grumpy with everything.
There we go. That was Tipo. Oh, Denise is going. Farewell, Denise. And now we've just got to do Dead Carl. Don't forget the human. I'm not sure. It was a bit like the human. If I'm honest, everyone, that T-pose could have been the human. It's gonna make my next move very tricky. Right, Dead Carl. Dead Carl is sort of again. That sounds very much like the human. The human is very much
What's my name? What am I doing? What was I supposed to be doing?
That's the human. Spot on, thank you. Well, there we go. I think is that not everybody? Dead Carl didn't get much of a look in, but I tell you, the humans one was more accurate than you could ever know. Well, I say that. You will be able to judge for yourselves. If you are a subscriber, you can join me tomorrow for... join the human tomorrow for a sub-only live. Yes. The human gets passed every day. The human does pass more than Kuri does sometimes, I think. So...
I'm the human. I sound a little bit like Honey Monster. Honey.
Anyway, I'm not doing impressions of any of you. I'm not falling into that trap. Hello, Georgie. Apple user, you like the human impression? Yes. Yvonne, a little bit Pooh Bear. Really? That's way too kind. Way too kind. Guys, I am not falling into... Yes, Laura, yes, I am a fucking coward. Yes. The goal was impressions of the gang. I've done impressions of the gang. I'm not getting drawn into any of this. Do you know what? You can call me a coward as much as you want, right? Zula may bend to your will, The human may crumble at your peer pressure. I am not they. Hello, Briar Rose. You say do me? Do you mean an impression, or is that a proposition? It's so hard to tell. Anyway, does the human do as commanded? Sometimes she's sometimes she doesn't, but it's because she just doesn't have it in her. You know, she tries. She does try. Chloe, maybe we will make it the next sub goal. Maybe we will. I feel like that could end a lot of very happy friendships. But yes, I tell you what, we will make it the next sub goal, Chloe. Not for the human sub only live tomorrow. That wouldn't be fair on the human, would it? But we will for the weekend. So I'm going to try and sign off now. Sondra, what would Zelo sound like? We don't know. Oh, Josh, I'm going to tell Human's mother and father on you. Fine. Briar Rose, you'll take what you can get. Nice. Wow. Kaluna, that's impressive. I don't think even the human has that good predictive text. Hello, Andrea. Hello. Yes, everybody, I'm afraid it is about time for the Finger of Doom. I've got a lot to plug, haven't I? Sondra, you want a Zelo because it's cuter than Zula. I am inclined to agree. And yes, Jaffa Cake, Sarah Cake. I haven't got a problem with that, Apple user. I haven't got... Can I do the shimmy? Oh, okay, I'll do the shimmy. I think there's an added texture by the fan there. Laura, I have never once heard Paula go, eh? Seriously, the maple syrup and beavers thing, yes, she bangs on about it all the time, but I've never once heard her do the Canadian A. So, everybody, I'm going to try and bring this to an end and remind you that if you're in the UK, free postage on the t-shirts ends at midnight. If you're not in the UK, get them anyway. Hello, Jimmy Ribbit. There's a real majesty, isn't there? Isn't there, Jimmy? Not everyone appreciates it, you know. Not everyone gets it. So yes, those are the t-shirts. The t-shirts will be discontinued at the end of September with new designs ready for spooky month. Oh, Kaluda, thank you. Thank you for all that. Zelo t-shirts. Okay, Sondra, I think you've gone a bit Zelo crazy now. Zelo seems to have that effect. Don't forget also that you can get merch. You can check out Patreon as well. You can do a 7-day free trial of Patreon. All the links are in the bio. What else have I got to plug? Oh, yes, and if you are a subscriber, Australia, Canada, and Norway? Really? Extended United States? Oh my God, Yvonne. Yes, if you are a lovely live sub, you can join the human usual time tomorrow. If you have any questions you want to ask her, nice ones. Although actually, what the fuck do I care? Ask her whatever the fuck you want, make her squirm. America's hat. Good night, Mutu. Good night. So yes, the human will be doing the sub only live. Use your words properly, Raz. Sub only live tomorrow. So thank you very much for joining me, everybody. Does the t-shirt give you lifetime membership, Georgie? No. That's the short answer. 20,000 likes. My goodness, you people have had very busy fingers, haven't you? Very busy with those fingers. Keeps them out of mischief. Keeps them from places they shouldn't be. Yes. So, everyone, I am going to sign off now. The Finger of Doom is coming through. Don't forget to join. I'll take your word for it, Briar Rose. Patreon. I did do Patreon, Chloe. Georgie, you protest too hard. I did mention Patreon. There's lots of cool stuff on Patreon next month. The Human has lined it all up already. I think you'll like it. No outtakes this month. Lots of new stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to say farewell, everyone. Don't forget to join the Human. Usual time tomorrow. Do your worst for her. Night soil to you too, Laura. And don't forget that you can catch the replays of this weekend's lives on YouTube tomorrow. So now I leave you, people. Please go and enjoy the rest of your weekend. If it's back to school next week, then I'm very, very sorry for you. But it could be worse, right? Right. Just keep on surviving. I hope you all have the most fabulous week. See you next week. You can see the Human tomorrow. But until then, farewell!